Hi there, this is Business with Dave. In this video, I'll be telling you why you should be thinking like a small business owner, even in a big business, whether you're thinking about starting up a business or whether you have a business already existing as well. Hopefully you can take some of these points, adapt it for your business, and hopefully you can see the sort of pros and cons to this sort of approach to thinking. But before I jump into this video, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to the channel. You guys are all awesome, and if you haven't already, do subscribe at the end of this video. It will be much appreciated. But yeah, let's jump straight into this video. So the first thing you want to be doing is to recruit what you need and not what you want. So this is regarding staffing. So do recruit as many people as you need for your business to function efficiently and effectively. It just means you're keeping a smaller workforce, and you don't want to be hiring too much people where they're just standing around and not doing anything if there's nothing else to do. So do recruit what you need. So this might mean having maybe 1 or 2 people instead of 5 or 6 people, and making sure that their roles are utilized in a way that everyone's multitasking. They know what they're doing. If they want to be on tills or making food or serving customers, everyone can do roughly the same thing. So then anyone could jump in and out instead of being stuck on only on tills, stuck in only on making stuff and serving customers. So do you see it as a way of teaching everyone everything so everyone knows how to function as a business? And this will in turn require you to reduce your amount of labor because you'll be having less people, and hopefully you just save money on that, because one of the biggest costs is labor. So if you can keep it small, sweet and efficient, then that will be better down for your bottom line as well. So the second thing to bear in mind is that you should use your resources wisely and to reduce your waste overall. Just like a small business, you are thinking about your costs. You don't want to incur too much costs, but you also want to do a good job. Same for a big business. In case you want to be thinking that your costs will be smaller just because you're a big business, that is completely wrong. You might even have more costs, and because you're a big business, you might not think of them as significant. Where I will be telling you is it will be super significant, and the stuff that you might think is small can build up and be a big snowball of costs that will roll onto you. So you don't want that to happen. You want to make sure you are using your resources wisely, making sure it's efficient and effective. Everything is maximized and your wastage is quite low, because that's the key here. Because you don't want to be your productivity to be low. You want it to be as high as you can, whether it's a small or a big business. So do bear that in mind, because everything will come down to costs, it will come down to labor. And if you could keep all of that tight, knit, organized, planning, costs, that will keep your resources maximized. That's the benefit for you and your business as well. So the third thing is to treat your customers like family. I think when you're a small business owner, everyone that comes to buy from you, they are out there because they want to support you. And I think that's so great, because you could buy from anybody else, but you chose to buy from me. I appreciate that. I'll offer you the best service, the best product, and hopefully you'll come back. Exactly the same for a big business. Treat your customers, each and every one of them, as same as your family, because they are so important. Because if you could get one set of customers to buy from you again, that's repeat business. If you get those customers to spread to 3 or 4 or 5 other people who don't know you, that is new customers, and hopefully that will be repeat business. So just as important. I think that a lot of small business owners will treasure their customers more, and I think that makes sense because they're a small business that needs to sustain a business. But a big business, if they have multiple customers, they probably won't care if they lose 1 or 2 because they've got so much more. Take that out of your mindset. Treat that as just garbage, because that's rubbish. You want to think about it as just like a small business. I'm going to value this customer and treat them the same. Consistency, quality, high as ever, just like when I'm a small business owner, and those customers will be happy and satisfied. They'll keep coming back, and I'll keep having their business. So don't disregard those customers, even if they're spending less than your higher lot of customers. Everyone needs to be treated the same. Everyone needs to be offered the best service, the best product, and those customers will come back to you. Just like small businesses grow. They grow because people keep coming back, they recommend other people, and I think that's so important, and you should definitely bear that in mind. So the fourth thing is to keep your menu or your products short and sweet. I think it's so important because you don't want to make it too long. You don't want to be offering too much that it sways away from your core offering, and that people are coming in and they're a bit confused and they don't know what you're doing, and there's mixed messages everywhere. That's the thing you want to try to avoid. So do keep it short and sweet. Do keep it to the core perfected products, your trial and error products, and that you could do the simple things the best. Even if it's a big business where you're offering multiple services, multiple products, you want to make sure you don't want to stretch too far away that everything is 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10. The quality is not very good. You're doing a lot, but they're not very good. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you're a small business, at times when you're a small business, you have a couple products, you know how to be consistent, you know the quality, you can keep it the same. When you're a big business and you fizzle out a little bit, so many new people coming in, they're not up to standard, they're not trained well, so the product ends up not being as good as before. That's the thing that will put people off from buying from you again. If your product quality is low or has dipped and your prices have maybe gone up as well. That will scare people away. They won't become repeat customers again. So do think of it as keeping your core offering short and making sure it's perfected and consistently good, and customers will keep coming back. The next thing is to be transparent and to be open with communications with customers. I think this is so important because if you can communicate well with your customers, if you can take in customers' feedbacks, you work on improving, seeing what the concerns are, you listening to your core customers and your lower customers, then everybody benefits. Literally, if you could do well for your product and you listen in and customers see that you've actually listened and their words have not been ignored, then they'll feel appreciated, they feel valued, they'll feel that they've helped the business, and that if your customer service did dip and you let them know, you fixed it, you've rectified it. And I think that's so important when you're a small business. Again, everybody counts, every sale counts. You want to make sure when you're a big business, every sale, every customer, every comment is commented and looked at and reviewed, and making sure that it works for everybody. Yes, you might have lots of complaints or some complaints that you just can't maneuver, but be polite about it. Inform them why it won't work, why it will deal with this, will deal with that, and it can't do this, but we are working on improving this, improving that. Be open about it. People like to be informed. People don't want that generic email as like, okay, I got your feedback, we'll work on it, thank you, and it's like nothing. Give a personalized, let them know, be informed, because ultimately everyone is human, and hopefully that open conversation will be connecting you and that community of customers and that loyal customer base. Because do take in those comments, because there's a reason why people commenting. If they don't care, they just won't buy from you. But if they care, then they'll let you know about it, and so hopefully you can rectify it, and then they will come back again. So do see it as an opportunity to correct a wrong, or you making a mistake and you apologizing. Be okay to apologize. If you made a mistake, own up, because that's honestly the best policy, and people can see if you're lying from a mile. People can see if you're faking it till you're making it, and it won't look good for your business. So do try to be polite, be honest, be open, and freely of how you communicate. Yes, not everyone will be happy with what you're doing. Yes, you can't satisfy everybody, but if you can satisfy the majority of your customers, then you're doing well. You can't satisfy and cater everybody, but you can the majority. And my last and final point to consider when you're a big business, thinking like a small business owner, is to have a focus, have a goal, have a sort of mission statement, but you don't necessarily have a mission statement. Just have a goal for your business. I think lots of people go at it as, I'll just do it, people will buy it, and it'll be fine, and if I make money, I'll make money, which is a great and free thinking mind of thinking about your business. But if you have a certain goal that you want to achieve, then that will act as a motivator. It'll act as a way for you to maybe innovate, maybe invest money into a different part of your business that needs improving, or invest in a whole different kind of business. Have that goal in mind that you want to achieve and push for it. I think one of the things that when you're a small business owner, you have a set goal and then you are relentlessly trying to achieve it. It will take time, you need patience, and you'll be making mistakes, but you'll be learning as you go along. But it's that focus, it's that clear goal. I'm gonna achieve this goal in 1 year, and then I'll do another goal, and that sets you up for a bigger goal, multiple years, and then down the line, hopefully you achieve your big goal. But this is where you want to set maybe like smaller milestone as well. So set a minimum goal, set up an ambitious goal, and set timelines where I'll be making $1,000 a week. If I can do $1,000 a week, then that's great. And then if I can do $1,000 a week and a half, that's great. But you want that to be a progression, like upwards, instead of progression up, and then it's like, okay, I'll just do a little less and it doesn't really matter. If you can eventually do that once you've achieved your top level tier goal, and then you're happy, you are satisfied with where it is, and if you just keep it consistent, then you're happy, everyone is happy. That's where you could sort of keep your brakes on hold and just keep it like that. But till then, just like a small business owner that wants to grow into a bigger business, when you're a big business, you want to make sure you have that top tier goal, that minimum goal, so you could be on the right path. And I think that's so important. Lots of people are just not motivated enough. They don't want to improve their products. They just want to cut costs, increase prices, and product and staff standards just drops, and you won't have those customers again. Ultimately, if you keep it consistent, keep offering what you're offering. If you do need to increase your prices, do let your customers know. Let them know why. They'll understand because they're being informed and you're open about it. But do keep that in mind, because there's so much stuff that is going on nowadays anyways with the whole world. So do work with what you have. Do work with who you're working with, and keep your customers happy, and just focus, have a goal, work at it, and best of luck to you. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. I've been Business with Dave, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.